This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
I'm going to talk first this time.
Oh.
I never do.
All right. Trying to think of what to say to begin. It's always a challenge. Episode 168. Welcome, everybody. All two of you. We might get more, we might not. We might get less. It just
I forgot to load my key map.
All right, here we go. Another week, another start to the week, another episode.
Yeah.
Hail, Satan.
This week we have the gentleman from HYNGD. Is it okay to call you gentleman?
Not
Just
really.
assume my gender.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Don't assume anyone's gender, Ryan.
So, yeah, we got Connor and Michael.
So-
Or is it Mike?
You can call me Mike.
All right.
Mikey
Mike,
boy.
get right on that microphone.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Just tickle
whiskers
it.
should be tickling it.
Tickle it.
Ooh.
So,
you can pretend that you have whiskers on your nose
I
or on
just
your
fucking
upper
shaved
lip.
there, right, man?
So, yeah, man. Adam contacted me one day, and he's just like, hey, this band wants to come on this show. I was like, sweet. How did this come about?
So, so I'm sure Tommy could fill us in a little bit more on that, I guess.
Oh, yeah, we're missing
He knows.
two
We're missing
guys.
half the band,
Yes.
but only one other one was supposed to be here. But we had some freak weather, and he's going to be late. So it's through Amy's mom. I don't know how they know each other. I think they work together somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got me. I just found out
Yeah.
about this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she said they were going to the show. Amy went, but I couldn't go because I think we were doing something for the show that night. I don't remember
whatever.
what, but so they went out to see you guys, but I couldn't go, and she suggested that we have you guys on the show. So
Nice.
here we are.
Yeah. Been
Yeah.
listening to your music. I like it. Takes me right back to high school
Mm-hmm.
when I was listening to Seven Dust.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, shit.
You have to come to the next one in June.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
June 30th at the
Yes.
Chance, right?
Yeah.
You got a whole slew of bands playing with you, too.
Yeah.
Couple of them
awesome.
Couple of them I've heard of. I've heard of Big Guns, and I've heard of Downfire, and Nothing Remains. But yeah, June 30th at the Chance in Poughkeepsie. Starts at 7. Bedrock, Downfire, Albatross, Big Guns, Nothing Remains, and Sick Bay. And, of course, HYNGD. I would call that a festival.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of bands.
8 fucking bands playing.
I didn't
Jesus
know there's
Christ.
that many bands.
Well, it's like, that's what they used to always do. I remember they used to just stack a lineup, and then 2 bands would drop out.
Right.
Yeah.
One band they wouldn't let play because they didn't sell enough tickets.
There you
And
go.
then, boom, you got 5 bands, and you got a whole night.
That's right.
I'm sure they still have the same fucking program over there.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So, did a little research on you guys. You guys have been playing for 7 years. Is that correct?
We're like the newest guys to the lineup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're the newbies.
I think the original band formulated probably about 14 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask because I know the name, the misspelled. Oh yeah, HYNGD is spelled HYND. Wait,
GD.
I don't even know how to
I keep
spell
fucking.
it.
Every time I typed it out to like promote the show, I was just like,
It's a nightmare
I
searching
failed
you
the
guys
first
on
grade
Facebook.
3
Like
times.
it auto corrects it 3 times before you have to click the little X. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're always 3 clicks away from big black cocks.
oh,
There you go. You got it.
Big black cock.
but So yeah, man, and it was driving me nuts. I'm like, I swear to God, I know this name, and I've seen him. Either I've seen you guys out, or the older version of the band out, or something. It just like I imagine you guys played with like Pipe Bomb at one point. I don't know if you guys remember Pipe Bomb, local. No,
honestly,
nah. Dude, he's not even old enough to drink yet.
Yeah, that's true.
How old are you?
12.
I'm gonna guess 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Right on the money.
Jesus.
Yeah. I gotta start asking people for ID before I offer them beers.
Yeah, right.
He didn't take one, but
I didn't.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Responsible.
Yeah.
That's because you knew there were cameras.
That's because I knew I was bringing my grandpa with me.
Yeah, there's quite the age difference here. What is it? 30 years gap?
No.
I'm saying.
Oh shit!
Ow.
Damn.
Shit.
I don't think you know him well enough.
No, that's all right.
Actually,
I'm only 45.
Wait, actually,
I could be
close,
his father
25.
Well, yeah. All right, so 25. I wasn't too far off.
Yeah.
It's the gray in the beard.
I
Man.
know, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm graying on the sides a little bit. And, you know.
He's still rocking something not entirely unlike a beard, though.
Yeah. It's been a whole week
Yeah.
since I shaved my face, and this is what we get.
You've been using the Untamed.
I have.
Beard
We
balm.
had a was it an all natural beard care company on last week.
Really?
So we got to sample some beard stuff. It's
Yeah.
called Untamed. You should look into it.
It's very nice.
Probably gonna
Smooth that thing out.
Yeah, it's very nice. I've completely run out because I gave my dad the one that he gave me for Father's Day. Gave that to him, so now I have to buy some.
Yeah. I have so little facial hair that I only need just a little bit, so that'll last me like 6 months.
Yeah.
So, so you guys are the newest members, you said already. How did you? Okay, so I know the age gap is a bit insulting, but we have to address it. You know. So did you both come into the band at the same time, or is it staggered? Who's been in the longest?
I'm the
of the two?
newest.
Okay, I'm the newest. Newest. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, who does what?
He plays bass.
I do bass and vocals.
Bass.
He plays
And I'm the drummer.
Okay.
So the last bass player, they had issues personally together, to put it, to not offend anybody. So
musician shit, right?
Musician shit, yeah. So
fucking bass players.
I know. We're really just the fucking worst. But anyways, I was in an old band and we had played shows together, and me and the vocalist Shane, we clicked like that, and we talked here and there. And then I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, he's like, "Hey, we're having problems with our bass player. Can you come fill in?" I was like, "Yeah." So we rehearsed all this shit. Comes like a week before the show. It's like, "Hey, we don't need you. Our bass player's back." I'm okay. I'm like, whatever. I'm glad I could help. Cool. A year later, same shit. "Oh, our bass player's back. It's cool." I'm like, okay, whatever. Fuck it. And then I think it's like 2016. Same thing. It's like, "No, but it's for real this time." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, it's for real." And I still didn't believe him. And then like the day of the show comes, I'm like, "Oh shit, it's for real." So that's kind of how that happened. I was on standby for fucking 3 years straight, and then finally they're like, "All right, we need you." I was like, "Okay."
Well, bass players are like, they're like gold. It's like finding a gold nugget, and you're like, "Oh, I found a bass player. Just hold on to him tight."
But I think that's also why a lot of them are just like, "I don't fucking need you. I can go to any band I want."
Yeah, it's the nicest thing anyone said to me. I'm a gold nugget.
Yeah,
you're a nugget, all right.
You're indispensable.
Gold fucking nugget.
Finger or picks?
Finger.
All right, good boy. I saw some meme on I don't know, Facebook or something. It was like when a bass player meets another bass player, and you see them, and it's just two hands shaking, and then when you find out he plays with a pick, and the guy's washing his hand.
Honestly, I think it takes a lot of fucking talent to play with a pick, because I can't do it. I've tried and I just can't do it.
It's weird. There's like there's some players who can really rip on bass, and you're like, "There's no way he's playing with a pick," and you find out he's playing with a pick. There's this band called Dead Sarah. They're like, just kind of. Just alternative rock type of band, but their bass player is not like heavy like you guys, but their bass player is ridiculous. And I was like, wow, this guy's really fast, really good, and he plays with a fucking pick. It's weird, and he's all over the goddamn place too. And I don't know.
I think
it seems more
each style of playing is for a certain person, and I think it takes its each kind of individual talent to do.
Yeah.
Like I can't fucking do it. I was like, oh, I used to rip on people for playing with picks. I was like, you know what? Let me try it. And I was like, oh fuck, I can't really do it.
So do you think it's just a misconception? Like
I think it is a huge misconception.
Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, you look at people like Gene Simmons and Jason Newsted, and like those guys rip it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I know nothing about this. I found out that was a thing when you showed me that meme. I was like, what? So?
Yeah. Nick Magro from Pitch
Mm-hmm.
Black Sunrise. He was complaining about that meme because he plays with Big too. So, what about you, Mike? How'd you stumble into this band?
Well, I was having problems with the band I was in. And
what was the name of the band?
The old band was Dirty Black 7.
Okay.
And we were together for probably 4 or 5 years, and we had just gotten off the road and had some internal problems, and I decided I didn't want to play with the guys anymore, and just so happens the next morning I saw on Facebook Shane was looking for a drummer, so I contacted him, had a couple auditions, and here we are today.
What's your catalog like? You guys, is it all just new shit, or are you still playing this? You guys still playing the stuff from the old band?
We're still playing the old shit.
And
I mean, I don't know.
It's not a very enthused.
Hell of a way to put it.
It's like, yeah. You know.
I mean, like I've played with 3 drummers in this band, and like each time as a new drummer, the songs change just a little bit, and that means my parts change just a little bit. So like the songs are kind of like ever evolving.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's new shit to come soon.
You think or you know?
Well, I know now that
you're in the band. Tell me.
We have a solid lineup for once.
Yeah, you have to have a solid core first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you get all the changing out of the way, then you can start to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have that for, we got him January.
January. That's when I started.
For the first year and a half I was in the band, we didn't have that.
This January.
Yeah, 6 months ago.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
But it feels right.
Oh,
though,
it's tight.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I said, I was with my other band for almost 5 years, and just playing with these guys for 6 months feels as tight, if not tighter, than being with the other guys for 5 years. It's amazing.
There's no headbutting either. Like everyone is always on the same page, has the same mindset. There's no. We don't do drugs too.
That'll help.
That's a big problem.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
The only reason that this show works is because we divide the work. If we every time we try and do something together, we want to kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of romantic,
including the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that what that dildo's for?
No, that was a gift from a coworker of his.
Yeah, it was a going away gift from my last job.
Do you ever use it?
No, well, I mean for this. I mean, I've told the story before. I've experimented with a finger in the shower, but I mean, like that's just way too much.
It just wasn't for him. That's all.
It just wasn't for me. I filed down my nails to make sure it was nice and smooth. It just didn't work out. But what are you gonna do? You win some, you lose some. Or were you in bands before?
I thought you were going to ask him if he's ever. I thought you were going to ask him if he ever put a finger up his ass.
Accidentally, yeah.
Accidentally.
You're using 1-ply toilet paper and just
poke through.
Breaks through.
And then you pull out and you're different ethnicity. Yeah. It's like, all right, fuck. That's always fun. And you're just kind of like sitting there and fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're if you're in the chance bathroom, there's no soap or towels.
Yeah.
Or doors.
Yeah.
You're lucky if the fucking sink works.
So yeah, bands.
Go ahead.
What bands were you in before?
I started doing like the whole band thing when I was about 15. I was in like a little like garage band that did nothing for like 6 months. Then I joined my buddy's band in like July 2013 when I was like 15, called One Day Waiting. They're still around. They're doing shit. That was the only other band I was ever like previously in. I'm in another band now called Dark After Dawn. We're like a thrash metal, groove metal kind of thing. Heavier than this because this is pussy shit. And I've been in that about the same amount of time I've been in this. So they both got together around the same time. They surprisingly balance each other out a lot. Personally,
tough splitting the time.
No, not really. Honestly, the only time I can think of it causing problems with time is one occasion. It was like 2 weeks ago. I couldn't make a practice for this because I was in the studio with them.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Nothing else.
Huh.
Yeah, but what's nice is when you get a bunch of guys that jive, that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's busy. He's got a life. You know, he's got another band. It's no big deal. You know, I'm in my mid-40s. I have a family. All the other guys have families. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
You know, you work around it. And there's some bands that don't get that. There's some bands that their exes or their wives or they don't get it either. You know, and they it's just a bunch of bickering and it's not good.
Yeah.
You know, it's not good for the chemistry.
Yeah. In the end, it needs to be fun. It can't just be like
exactly.
You know.
When it's not fun, because we're sure as hell not here making a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, but once the fun's done,
neither are we.
Exactly. Once it's not fun anymore, then it's another job. Who the fuck wants that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. A second job that pays nothing.
Exactly.
It actually costs
exactly.
money. Yeah. But I mean, we've had young bands in here, and we've just gone like, that's not gonna last.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And we were right about one of them, and I'm waiting on the other one.
Yeah, we watched one just completely. Yeah, oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah,
just
we watched,
that's any day now.
We watched one implode. Like, we had them on the show. We were like, wow, these guys are a mess. And we went and saw them live. We're like, wow, these guys are really crazy.
Yeah.
And then they came in again, and we were like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure they know who they are. If
They know who
they're
they
not
are.
listening. They're not listening.
I hope
Well,
not.
going on the road does that to a lot of bands too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spend 6 weeks in a van with people you barely
I'm
like.
I'm talking
Yeah.
6 days can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because that's what happened with me and my other guys. You know, we were gone 6 days. We went to Tennessee, we went to Texas, and then we went back to Tennessee, and it was nothing but a big headache.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
well,
you get along playing. When you're playing your instrument, you're fine.
Mhm.
As soon as you take that instrument out of your hand, you find a totally different person.
Yeah.
And you have to actually like those people if you're going to travel with them.
Well, yeah, it's like the first time you go on vacation with your girlfriend. You know, like all that shit gets. If you can make it through that first vacation, you got a
You ain't
chance.
kidding.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
I've known plenty of people who have been together for years, and they're like, "We're going to Hawaii," and
Yeah.
then day 3, they're not talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you didn't go home.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have that
You don't have
40-hour
your
work
space,
week to
right.
to fucking to unwind. So it really shows whether or not you're compatible.
Yeah, and who
you
leaves
know?
the seat up,
Yeah.
and who complains, and
Yeah,
whose
yeah.
makeup's all over the counter, and
And I can't even imagine if you're trying to do something like a creative goal. You know, it's not like I'm catching myself saying a lot.
Yeah,
now.
we have a problem saying you know.
And so
we know.
But if you're trying to do something creative together, now the music's been written and you're just out on the road. So maybe you guys had something in common in the studio,
Right.
but that doesn't matter when you're driving 400 miles in a van.
Exactly.
That guy punched me in the head.
What?
One of my old bands. That guy, one of my old bands, punched me in the back of the head.
Oh, yeah?
Over. We had brought friends on like a little 4 or 5 day little tour.
First mistake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was going well. He just.
I mean, if
kinda-
they're chipping in for guests.
Yeah, and they were helping us load shit. It was worth it. But they were getting one of my guys in my old band all riled up about something. I'm in like the front seat of like a 3-seater truck. You know what I mean? There's like a seat with a headrest, a seat with no headrest, and then a seat with a headrest. And I'm talking to my drummer, who's my drummer in my other band now. We're talking about something else while they're just going at it because I didn't want to get involved with that shit. We start laughing, and this guy never really liked me. Like, he always kind of had it out for me. So I start laughing, and the next thing I know, I get socked in the back of the head. I'm like, what the fuck?
Or a bitch.
Yeah. And then
Who does that? Who punches somebody in the back of the
I
head
know,
while you're in the car?
I know. And then my drummer's like restraining me because he thought I was gonna like get up and like kick his ass. I was like, I wasn't even like
Car
that
fight.
mad. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what
Could
did
you
I
imagine if, fist fight going down the fucking highway?
What did I even do?
Who was driving?
No one was driving. We were parked.
Oh, okay.
It was outside a venue.
I was just picturing you guys like going down some
Could you
fucking
imagine just- yeah.
podunk road.
Yeah.
Lead singer's driving like, fucking stop it.
And then you run into a ditch.
This
And
will
you
be
all
a great
die.
song. This will be a great song, dude.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine like there's been a Baroness? There's a I don't know if you ever heard of that band. You guys
I've
ever
heard of Baroness, yeah. I don't
They were in
know
some
them.
horrific car accident in Germany. Like 2 of the band members had to like quit because of their injuries and everything like that. But could you imagine it came out that they got into a fist fight
while
and somebody
driving?
accidentally like bumped into the fucking driver and went off a fucking ravine? Well, rest in peace, Cliff
I
Burton.
feel like if anyone ever in any situation punched me in the back of the head, I'd be like,
While
you
driving?
are well, they weren't driving.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It does matter. That's a
In
big
the
part of
car.
the story. They were just in the car. But if anybody ever punched me in the back of the head, I would just be like, "Are you a fucking pussy? Give me a fucking break."
That was the moment I knew that it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, you think?
I swear. And like 6 months later, I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Texas on a job for my last job. I was building radio studios, and these 2 were just like yapping at each other, just talking shit, and then all of a sudden one guy slapped the other guy, and the other guy was driving. Matt was driving, Sal was in the passenger seat. He's just like, "You better stop, I'm gonna slap you." And he's just like, he just kept on going in, and he just went whack, just fucking slapped him. I was like,
I have the utmost respect for that.
I mean,
because
he gave him a warning,
he
dude.
warned
He
him.
gave him a warning.
You know, that guy sucker punched you in the back of the head.
I know
If
that.
he
That's
said,
different.
"If you keep it up, I'm going to punch you.
I
You're in
respect
front of me. I'll only be able to punch you in the back of the head." So that's what's going to happen. I'd have respect for that guy going, "I'm about to hit you if you keep doing this."
Yeah.
That would have been a level-headed thing that Sal did.
Jesus.
But just punching somebody in the back of the
Kudos to Sal.
fucking
You
hell.
did great, bro.
Yeah.
You did
just-
great, buddy.
I've only met Sal once, and it doesn't surprise me at all. Not even in the slightest.
Yeah, whatever. Did you ever get
Did you ever get punched in the back of the head?
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
See, it's like finding these horror stories with some. I mean, the one like real serious band I was in, it was weird. We would kind of bicker a little bit, and then it just kind of faded out, and this guy went this way, and then we all just kind of just stopped playing together. We never actually said, "Okay, we're done." We just all of a sudden just stopped practicing.
I could just picture the conversation. "Okay, I'm leaving the band." It's like, all right. We didn't have much invested.
Yeah, it was
in
kind of
this.
like
It would have been like a weird conversation. It would have been like, "I'm breaking up with you. I didn't even know we were dating." That would have been the conversation.
But yeah, like I was saying before, Hinged really takes me back to time when I listened to only friggin' drop tune guitars and fucking.
It's all Greek to me. I'm a drummer.
What are you playing? Is it D? You're playing drop D, don't you?
Drop C sharp.
Oh, you bastards! Of course you do.
Cheeky bastards.
I don't know.
With that half step. Gotcha.
That's it's fucking way low.
Yeah.
Way low. Yeah.
What?
Down in the
Way
fucking-
low?
Way low.
That's just drop it and it's half a step. It's not that low.
It's way low.
Yeah,
I used to play
it's all
drop A.
Greek
I used to
me.
play drop A.
Drop A.
Drop A.
Christ.
What is that? Just like.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
That's
just
not even that
it's
bad.
just
either.
growling.
I'm about to do fuck what I'm about to do. I'm about to do drop G with one of my other bands. Yeah.
Jesus. Was it a gent band?
Se-
Right.
no, it's not
you
even
see, I have no
Just
concept of what
7-string,
this is.
Full step down and drop it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to YouTube and look up what you're talking about because I have no concept of what that sounds like.
That's well, whatever.
Okay, drop what? G, you said?
Yeah. Drop G. Go look that up.
Even if you find it, you're not going to know what they're you're going to have to go to another site to
Okay.
explain what
Summer
tuning is.
Special Super Deep Mix 2018
Jesus
Best of
fucking
Deep
Christ.
House Sessions Music 2018 Chill Out Mix by Drop G. So I don't think I'm gonna find.
That's not what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
I don't think
that
so.
sounds like dubstep bullshit.
I think your boy might be
I
here.
think Tommy's here.
Tell him to come in.
Call back.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Oh wait. I'm sorry.
10 iconic guitar riffs and Drop G tuning.
This is really.
Come in.
Just go through the front door. Oh wait, somebody's got him. You want
Yeah.
to go get him?
I can go get him.
Yeah, go get him.
You're being fetched.
Just wandering around. The
Just
house.
walk in.
Goes upstairs. Oh yeah, my wife would front kick him down the steps.
That's all right.
Fuck.
All right, listen.
Litter.
He's the less attractive bald guy.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Jesus.
Hey, all right. Yep.
Before you say anything, you have to sign this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't go on until you sign the piece of paper.
So that's just a video audio release.
Well, wait,
He's signing over all your music.
He can read the whole thing if you want.
He can't read.
Oh, okay. Make your mark on the X.
Just put an X. You gotta put your name up there too. TOMMY.
Wait,
Did you write the Y backwards?
You have to smack the bell with the big black dildo too. There you go.
Do you want a beer or anything? Yeah.
So Tommy's just joining us. He's the guitar player, and you got
These are your choices.
you got
There's also
Detoured.
Zima.
The fuck is that?
Oh shit! What's the date on that thing?
Oh, these are new. They re-released
new?
them, and it's gross.
Oh my fucking lord!
Yeah, it's like alcoholic 7-Up.
That was out before you were born, dude.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Zima was a big deal.
Why? Was it like that? That Crystal Pepsi bullshit too? Was it like that?
It was post Crystal Pepsi for sure. This is the first like malt beverage.
I have a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, the
Yeah.
re-release.
Oh, the re-release.
Saving it for a
what?
rainy day.
For a rainy day.
That's good. Yeah. All right. Play the bumper. Bud.
All right, fine. We can do that.
It's What Are You Drinking? So we do a segment on this show every week where we review alcohol.
I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
So you're not involved.
Yeah,
You're
'cause
not
you're
invited.
underage.
I was also drinking Mick Cafe coffee. Sponsor
Jesus
me.
Christ. We both work at a coffee shop. So I just went on a trip to Bike Week up in Laconia, New Hampshire. And there's a ton of good breweries in that area. Holy shit. There's a meadery, too, but we couldn't get up there in time.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so I'm going to go next year for sure. But this one here is Moat Mountain Brewing Company, Mount Washington Valley. It's double IPA, and it's fucking fantastic. Yeah.
Looks good.
So you're drinking the Bel Air Sour, which I really don't like. So I think there's
I
two
know,
more
like,
in
you
there
put
if
it
you'd like.
down, I was like, he's just trying to get rid of these.
Yeah. I didn't care for it.
No, I like it.
Cool.
Well, good. Drink as many as you
Yeah.
like.
Can I take them with me?
I think there's a couple left.
You absolutely
So,
can.
so yeah, I just went on this trip. I brought back a bunch of beers, and I'll be reviewing them throughout the show. But this is the Call It a Day double IPA, and it's from North Moat Mountain, right? Moat Mountain Brewing Company. It's fucking great. 8% alcohol by volume.
Jesus.
And it's cheap.
Fine.
I think it was $10 for the 4-pack. So yeah, it's good shit.
What you get when you get it from the source.
Yeah.
No beer for Mike?
No, I'm good.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Trying. Peer pressure.
I'll drink.
Bosch is drinking the Glutenberg.
Yeah.
Which we've talked about. 'Cause
Multiple times.
He has celiac, so he can't have the gluten.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like his guts that are a pussy because of. I mean, he's kind of a pussy, but it's not because of that.
It's my immune system.
Yeah.
That's a pussy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what happened. What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
Lost. Tommy,
so what
welcome.
happened? What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
There was a big fucking accident.
I thought you said it was a
detoured.
tree.
I was almost all the way fucking here. I was almost to the bridge, and I had to go back all the way down to Newburgh.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
And then up Route 9.
Yep.
So they
Oh
had like
my
45
God.
fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
So you better give me another fucking beer.
Oh yeah. You can have as many beers as you want.
I
We
was
got
like-
Zimas too.
I was like, man, he looks pissed when he came through.
Well,
Or
relax.
maybe that's just his face. Nope.
No,
he's
no,
pissed.
I'm okay.
So one thing, just get as close as you can to the mic.
Yeah.
Just
better?
better. Yeah, because
Yeah.
otherwise he's got to boost them, and then you get bleed.
Okay.
So
But yeah, we're talking about the band. These guys are the two new guys.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
have you been in since its inception, or are you a
I've
new
been
guy
in for
too?
about 6-7 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Shane.
So Shane's the only original member. No offense, guys.
Well, actually, Shane wasn't even the original singer.
Holy shit! Why just
He was not the original.
I didn't even know that.
Can you get you can
you guys
get
are,
it?
so that means you guys are gonna get sued someday if you
Probably,
ever get famous.
probably.
We're fake.
Just change the name and spell it
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Nah, he was smart. He took the name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I own the website, so he's fucked.
There you go. Just sit on that shit.
Yep.
Just be like, that's $5,000 a year, motherfucker.
So yeah, we're talking about just I guess past bands and everything like that. What how'd you get into Hinged?
You answered a fucking ad. That's real. That's the truth. I answered an ad on Craigslist.
Wow.
It was for gay porn, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to do audition for gay porn, and then I had to play guitar. What are you playing?
Right there, gay porn star.
Oh, nice.
That's you. That's you.
This place is fucking cool. I like this.
Thank you.
You want
hang
him,
out
you
here
want
more
him
often.
over with the dildo and the gay porn star.
I like this. Ding.
But you like it better in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll shove something in your mouth later on, Connor. Don't worry about that.
A couple years ago, that couldn't happen because you'd get arrested because I was like 12.
Yeah.
So where are you on the age spectrum?
Where am I on the age spectrum?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how, like, the age, like how.
Well, he's old. He's young. I'm in the middle.
All right.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
You're older than me.
No, I'm not.
There you are.
Bullshit.
Fucking liar.
Bullshit.
You're a fucking liar.
I'm like fucking 25. Plus a few. 30 plus a few. 30 plus a few. I'll say that. How's that?
Probably 30 plus 20.
He's fucking lying.
No, I know it's not 30 plus 20.
Could probably look it up.
Yeah. You probably
It's
could,
the internet.
But yeah, I've been.
He's fucking Googling me right now. Yeah. I won't show my age on there.
You didn't put it on there?
Fuck no, I'm not that stupid.
He'll find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was telling these guys before. Sorry to repeat myself
You've
constantly.
been married
but,
since 1992.
Yep.
All right, Mazel Tov.
What? Yo, I graduated in 90, fucker. So you're older than me.
Fuck you, you did not. No way.
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit, that was on there? I gotta take that off. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was telling these guys before. Your music takes me back to when I was in high school, listening to nu metal. I don't know how you guys feel about that moniker.
Well, I mean, you know, we get compared a lot to like Godsmack. That's what what we usually hear. That somewhat Seven Dust, not really, but more like Godsmack sounding.
I heard there was a band called Soil way back.
Yep.
And then they swapped singers with Drowning Pool after the guy died.
Yep.
And then
They're a good band, by the way. We know them very well.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I remember. Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck is the name. It's escaping me. But yeah, I always thought they were a pretty cool band. But also, it was driving me crazy. I couldn't figure it out. Seamless. I don't know if you remember Seamless. Jesse Leach, the original singer for Kill Switch Engage.
No.
I was trying to, like, when I'm listening to music, I'm trying, like, you know, every band's got something obvious that jumps out. I mean,
Well, Soil is Ryan. That's Ryan.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
We play with them down in Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, in Virginia.
Are
you still looking at my fucking age?
No. Now I'm just
Okay,
sharing the
good.
show and stuff.
Okay, good.
No, I got your birthday, but you didn't put the year.
Right, I was smart about that.
Yeah. But I mean, given that you were married in 1992,
I was married at like 5.
we can assume that you were.
It was an arranged marriage.
20.
Yeah.
So that puts you at how much? Let's say you were 20 when you got married. If we were to guess.
He's a fucking liar.
No.
So that if he was 20, that would put him at 48. If he was 18, that would only put him at 46.
Right.
Jesus Christ, who fucking cares?
I'm just
I
saying.
certainly don't.
He does. That's why I'm going for it.
I'll never grow up though. Fuck
So
that.
unless you were 15, you got to be older than him.
he looks older than me.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
That's
thank
only
you.
because I don't use the just for men.
Don't make me expose you just for men. Touch of gray.
That's right.
Oh man.
That shit would be white as snow right now if you didn't.
No, it would not.
Yes, it would. You sip your beer. Shut up, Grandpa.
Listen here, Sonny.
Yeah, but so playing. So you played with Soil. I read Seven Dust, Kill Switch Engage. Jesus Christ.
Godsmack,
crazy
Kitty,
names.
Fuel, Buck Cherry. Pretty much name it.
Fuck Buck Cherry.
I was not really impressed with him. Puddle of Mud was good though. That was a good show.
Yeah.
Mushroom Head.
Yep.
Mushroom
I
Head.
like
couple
Mushroom
times.
Head. They're
That's some
fucking
interesting
psychos.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got into I get into these loops. Mushroom Head was one of them. I was listening to I saw some YouTube documentary about Slipknot. And it was just like a quick 30-minute thing about the history of the band and everything like that. And I was just like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. So I went into started listening to a little bit Slipknot because I was never into them back then. And then I all of a sudden was like, wait a minute, there was another band, Mushroom Head.
Right.
What the fuck happened to Mushroom Head? So I started like Googling them and YouTubing all their shit. I was like, wow, they're actually pretty fucking cool.
They were actually out before Slipknot.
Oh yeah, no,
But they never exploded like Slipknot did.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got pretty big though.
And then there was this like fake, well, not fake. It was like the fans had this this kind of rivalry, but the bands were like, guys, stop, calm down. There's plenty of room for all of us.
Mm.
But that's what happens. Two bands wearing masks and shit.
Yeah.
Was that you I saw with like face paint on and shit at the show?
Mm-hmm. That's me with the war paint on.
Is that
That's like my thing. I always have that on.
Yeah.
For the shows, that's it though. I don't wear it like to bed or nothing.
You're not wearing it now.
I don't wear it when I mow my lawn. Put it that way.
I could just picture you going through like one of those inspection stops. It's actually a Dewey stop. You're just like, hi, officer, how you doing? You got full fucking face paint on.
After a fucking show, yeah, it happens.
It's actually wrinkle cream.
Holy shit.
I'm going to deal with you two later.
I didn't fucking do anything.
So how come? I gotta ask.
The war paint?
Yeah.
Just happened one day. Just put it on one day and always stuck.
Just that simple, huh?
That simple.
I remember, a lot of people giving Slipknot and Mushroom Head shit for doing the masks and all that kind of crap. And it was just like, Jimi Hendrix used to dress up as a gypsy.
Right.
And no one gave him any shit.
Well, look at Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kiss.
Yeah.
Behemoth.
Well, the way I've always said it is if you can't play without that shit, it's kind of a crutch for certain situations.
I don't know.
Like we were talking about Buckethead. He's a fantastic guitar player. You wouldn't fucking know who he was if you didn't put a KFC bucket on his head, though.
No.
Yeah.
Because he's a virtuoso guitar player who can't write a catchy song. I get it. I get why he would do that. But we talked about this,
Mm-hmm.
I can't play guitar for shit, but there's a reason why Buckethead is famous.
Mm.
And it's not because he's a good guitar player.
It's because he's got a fucking chicken bucket on his head and he wears a yellow raincoat.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about Buckethead? It doesn't matter.
I never really fucking listened, to be honest with you.
I want to ask also because this is gonna be interesting because there's because of the age range. And keep going back to it.
20, 45,
60.
76.
76.
I like to ask people what their first album was that they ever purchased, and I want to go around. I'll start with Tommy.
Ozzy, Speak of the Devil.
All right, Jesus, solid.
Yep, Speak of the Devil, Ozzy.
What made you buy it, or was it?
I was a fucking kid. The album came out. I had to have it. That was it. That was like the first album I ever bought.
Really?
Yep.
How old?
Fuck. No, I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna nail it down.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Dude,
They were 8 tracks.
35.
They were not fucking 8-track. I did have an 8-track though. Just to be honest with you, but
Right now, Connor doesn't know what we're talking about.
I know what a fucking 8-track is. My dad exists.
My dad had one.
My dad had one. Damn.
What about you, Connor?
Iron Maiden's a matter of life and death.
Good lord.
Yeah.
It's like right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think if you go back far enough, it's going to be better because there was less music out there, and I think there was less total dog shit garbage music if you go back 30, 40 years.
Yeah. For sure.
But if
still out there,
you're a
just-
child of the late 90s.
8 years old.
Yeah.
When it came out. Yeah.
So if you're 20 now, you were born in 98.
Did you have to ask your parents to get it for you?
My dad bought it for me. Yeah.
Oh shit!
See, that's a
Thanks,
cool dad, though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, my dad's why I'm here right now. Kiss, Maiden, I don't know, fucking you name it.
Shit.
He's why.
That was my dad. Same thing.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
SpongeBob, yeah.
It's nice.
The
It's something you
Wiggles.
can hand down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
I handed down my son Avenged Sevenfold.
Okay.
That's his favorite band. So,
Really?
yeah,
And how's your son?
he's going to be 19.
Okay.
So
Man, you are fucking old. Holy shit. My kid's not that old.
All your kids are
Your
gonna
kid
be.
looks like he's fucking 40 though. Jesus Christ. It's like half a foot taller than me and shit. He can kick my ass.
Shit. The kids are gonna inherit
Probably
the band.
Yeah.
How fucking weird would that be?
Just the band keeps going for 40
Yeah.
more years.
You're 40.
Everyone else is
something.
dead.
I'm playing with
They'll
their
still be
I'm
in the
playing
band,
with
though,
their
so-
kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, Christmas morning, Every year, I'd wake up and there'd be a bunch of CDs just in a pile. And I'm like, I have no fucking clue what they are because my dad just
Connor doesn't know what CD is either.
Bought a bunch of
What? Bro, I literally grew up on vinyls because of my dad.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's just a pile of shit. My dad would get Blind Faith, Cream, and Led Zeppelin, and all those fucking old ass bands.
Yeah.
But what about you, Mike?
My first two were "Shout at the Devil" from Motley Crue, and don't laugh at me. I bought Huey Lewis and the News.
Yes,
I fucking love Huey Lewis. Yeah,
and he's
sports.
Sports, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
has.
he's not going to be singing anymore.
Yeah,
he's retiring.
No way.
Yeah. Something with his hearing.
Him
Yeah.
and
He's done.
All the blood flows going to his giant cock. From what I've heard. So, gee, yeah, Huey Lewis and the News, son of a bitch.
Yep.
So you just
great.
alternated between
Diverse,
those.
Yeah.
How old were you when you got that?
I don't remember. A long time ago.
So some of my that's my favorite shit to find out. We had Womb of Nations. I don't know if you know those guys. They're out of Kingston.
they're putting shit out on tape. It's right there.
Yeah, they came in, and one of the guys, the first album he ever bought was MC Hammer.
Oh,
Can't
shit.
touch this.
Oh shit.
People
Honestly,
people
if
bought that?
if I was 3 or 4 years older, absolutely, that would have been the album that I fucking bought.
But you have to have the pants too and do the dance.
For sure.
My grandpa had the pants.
Yeah.
Swear to God. My fucking grandpa had the
Fucking
pants.
funny.
So
So your grandpa was probably
Tommy's age.
The fuck yeah.
so when that shit came out, your grandpa was probably solidly in his 30s.
That was like
God.
80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, my grandpa was in his
crushed.
30s.
I'm gonna need another one of those. Fucking guys.
Holy shit. Oh man. So how long you been playing guitar?
Oh,
2
shit.
weeks.
Since,
2 weeks.
Well, I read the book. About. Shit, I'll give away my age.
Yeah, he's gonna give away his age.
Keep trying.
Since I was
I'm trying.
five.
Just give it
Try.
away.
Roughly 35 years.
Holy fuck.
Jesus. Still sucks.
I do.
So
But I look good up there.
what got you into playing?
Oh,
Like-
Kiss.
Yeah?
Definitely Kiss.
Everybody's like,
That's
I'm
the
not
band.
a big Kiss fan,
That's the
man.
fucking band,
Never
dude.
been really into them.
That's the fucking band.
Back in
I-
the day, that was the shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but everything by them I like.
Die Hard.
You know?
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the band that did it.
When you're a kid and you go to Madison Square Garden and you get a contact high, I mean, it's just fucking great. There's nothing better than that.
That's usually the case too. It's just like, I fucking love Kiss, or that's fine.
Yeah. But if you really look at what they started, I mean, they really did start the whole fucking
It was
blow shit up and everything like
Yeah,
that.
it was a spectacle.
Yeah.
You know, they
It
turned
was a show.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You weren't going just to listen to music. You were going for a show.
Right. I saw Rammstein at Jones Beach.
Can't fucking stand them.
Yeah?
No, I can't. I can't.
I said I know all their music. I have all their albums. I fucking love that band. I can sing all the lyrics in German and everything. But it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same type of show. They're like shit, fire and freaking confetti and all kinds of crazy. Their makeup and you know costumes and shit. He did like 3-4 costume changes the entire show.
Nice.
It just shit. You know that kind of. I don't know. That spectacle just adds a little bit more
Like
to
Ghost.
the show. Ugh,
Did you hear
I
about
don't
the
like
Eminem
Ghost.
thing?
Oh, come on. What about Eminem?
Did you hear about the Eminem thing?
No.
People freaking out. They thought there were gunshots at the show.
Oh,
They were just pyrotechnics, and
Yeah.
people were like going on Instagram freaking the fuck out, like that they were triggered and this and that. And he's like, "I'm not changing that. I've been doing that since I started doing shows, along with almost every fucking band on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can't handle going to a music show and there being pyrotechnics, you shouldn't be going."
Yeah.
Rammstein had flamethrowers on their faces.
Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden's been going around with the flamethrower this last tour.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. No, but I saw
Yeah.
that. I'm actually, believe it or not, a big Eminem fan, and he has
Yeah.
been doing that for fucking like 15 years now.
I respect Eminem. I'm just not a big fan of the
Yeah,
music. I think he's an amazing songwriter and
Yeah.
composer
Fucking
and all
genius,
that.
seriously.
It's just not my genre.
Yeah,
but
fair.
him as a person, I have utmost respect for, especially for him going, "I'm not fucking stopping. If you don't like it, don't come to my show. All of you don't come to my fucking show.
Christ, he's like
Yeah.
his age now. Like, no, but seriously, like he's
not old
Gotta
yet,
be solidly in his 40s.
He's 45 years
Yeah.
old now. Like he's got it made. He doesn't give a fuck.
And it's just, it's only because somebody who was fairly prominent on Instagram said this, and then everybody kind of latched on.
Well, the fucking world is too fucking sensitive now.
It's the internet. It's got to be true.
I think that the most that anyone should ever have to do is like, there's going to be pyrotechnics at the show. If you can't fucking handle it, don't come in. You know. I mean,
you never used to like.
Yeah.
If you're going to the show, you should expect, especially him. He's a giant performer.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some wild shit going on.
Yeah.
There has to be too. It's just him up there. I mean, his hype,
if you
his hype
watch
crew or
the cell
whatever.
phone video, it goes off. You see a flash. It's obviously pyrotechnic. A lot of people went like, "Oh!" and jumped down. And then we're like, "Oh, it's fine."
Yeah.
That was the reaction of, was that a gunshot? No, it wasn't a gunshot. We're at it's fine.
Yeah.
But then some people were like, oh, I have to leave. This is horrifying. You know, you don't have PTSD. You just watch the news.
Yeah.
I've watched people that have PTSD have trouble on 4th of July. I've watched that happen. That makes sense.
And even
but
then,
if you
he
can
was
pull
just
your
like,
cell phone out and make a video and go, I am outraged, you're not having that much trouble.
No.
Yeah.
If you're curled up in a little ball on the floor and crying, then that's when you should be outraged. That's when you're having trouble.
I was but going back to the spectacle show kind of thing, like a lot of people, I've heard people say, if you got to do all that kind of crazy shit, then you're taking away from the music, and it's not about the music anymore. It's about I'm like, no, it's about you're going to a show, you're paying a fucking bunch of money to go see this band. You got to maybe take off work or whatever the hell to go check them out, and then you're gonna go see fucking Kings of Leon just standing there.
No.
With a light show and they're not doing anything, they're just fucking standing there.
Can you imagine going to Marilyn Manson and have him doing nothing?
Oh God, I heard about it.
His fucking show's phenomenal. Rob Zombie, phenomenal show.
Yeah.
Slipknot, phenomenal show. Can you imagine him just standing there? Fuck that.
Yeah, it's boring as shit.
Like I think we were talking about Slipknot when this first came up.
What?
When we first talked about this on this show, the spectacle of things.
Oh.
I think it's great as long as you don't use it as like a crutch.
Yeah.
If it's if that's all you are and nobody can fucking say shit about, and your music's not like, nobody's gonna listen to your music in the car unless they're watching some video of you doing crazy shit.
Right.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. I think you have to have the music to back up the spectacle.
Yeah, there's that,
You know what
but
I mean?
think it's just
if
also
it's just the spectacle, I think it can be kind of cheap. But
it's also giving your fans a little bit more.
Yeah, but Rammstein, I'm definitely not talking about Rammstein. I'm definitely not talking about Kiss. I'm definitely not talking about Alice Cooper. Kind of a little talking about Slipknot because I don't like them.
Oh my! How can you not like?
I just don't like
Oh
them.
my God.
He's not into the heavier stuff.
You ever seen them live?
Oh.
No,
Live.
I don't like their music.
I
so I wouldn't go.
I mean,
yeah.
I've seen them
I know it's a
twice.
tough room for me to go. I don't like Slipknot, but I just don't.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but like I saw them live like 2 years ago. It was one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to. They're fucking insane.
A friend of mine hates them, but his girlfriend wanted to go see him, so he went with her, and he came back and he was like, that was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
They're fucking incredible.
He goes, it was fucking incredible. I'm probably not gonna go buy an album, but I was entertained. It was awesome.
I went and seen him right after Corey broke his neck, and he was still fucking all over the place.
Holy shit.
He's fucking.
Is he in like a fucking halo?
Nah, but he was not moving as like he normally does, but you can tell. But he made an announcement about it.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
their
I
show
saw
was
him on that
fucking
tour.
great.
With Mice and Men, Marilyn Manson.
Yep, Mice and Men. That's another.
They're
great
fucking.
They're fucking awesome.
They're fucking
great.
great.
Band. Great band.
That was back when they had Austin on vocals. He left, and now the bass player is doing the vocals.
Fucking bass player, really?
Weird.
He's really fucking good.
Really a bass player?
Really a bass player?
Really a fucking bass player?
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Kind of off topic, but not really. Like we mentioned Marilyn Manson. I haven't heard a Marilyn Manson song in 10 years.
Really?
Outside of
You're not missing
no,
out.
no,
He just redid the Lost Boys song.
not like new stuff. I'm saying like I haven't. You don't hear Marilyn Manson on WRV. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I went up to New Hampshire.
You don't hear rock music on WRV.
Yeah, you don't. So I went up to New Hampshire and I'm riding around. I'm just scrolling through radio stations on the bike, and they're alternative stations. There's music that I didn't like. There was some music that I did like, but I never heard so much music that I've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Riding, it's WRV is horseshit.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking amazing how horseshit it is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear Possum Kingdom once up there.
Thank God.
But then they had a throwback thing on their alternative station, and they're playing like "Beautiful People" by Marilyn Manson, and just like the more popular stuff for sure.
Right.
But I haven't heard Marilyn Manson on the radio in 15 years.
Yeah, easily.
And then it's the same shit with the rock stations. They're not playing "Dream On" for the 11,000th time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just realizing that radio around here is goddamn dog shit. I
certainly
was just
is.
scrolling through, and it was even stuff like I didn't really like it, didn't really care for it. The newer alternative stuff, but it wasn't like this dubsteppy horse shit they're playing on WRV. And somebody remade a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. That made me feel really old. Yeah.
What song?
I don't know the name of it.
You piece of shit.
Because it was a later Red Hot Chili Peppers song. Yeah.
What, like Snow?
Let me hang on.
What the fuck happened to them? I don't know.
Talk amongst yourselves, and I'll figure it out.
Michael?
Yeah.
What made you start playing drums? Who made you start playing drums? Because
My
that's
uncle.
usually what it is.
My
all right.
uncle. He's a couple years older than me, and my first two influences were Kiss and Rush.
Okay.
And I was hooked. Started playing in school, and that was it. The rest is history.
Yeah. Rush is... People who love Rush
Neil
fucking
Peart.
love Rush.
Yeah.
A little bit too much, I think.
agreed.
But
Yeah.
they always had a little spot.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of those albums that I came home to.
Yeah. I mean,
My
I've
dad
only
was
seen
just
them
like,
in one. I've only
"There
seen
you
them
go."
once, but and of course now they're not playing anymore, so you can't see them again.
I called up PDH a long time ago to try and get Rush tickets. It was just like you had to do a contest, and it was like famous Canadians. And I was smashing it. I had like 2 questions left to go, and I was just like, they were giving you clues, and they were Canadian, actors and actresses or something. And it said the one clue was middle name Tiberius, and I was like,
Kirk.
I know that. I was just like, oh my god, Tiberius something, and he's just like, 10 seconds. I was like, something. Was it? And then he's just like, too late. Fuck! And he was like,
was it James T. Kirk?
It was William Shatner.
Yeah.
Was the answer?
Tiberius,
it was James
yeah.
T. Kirk. James Tiberius Kirk, William Shatner. That was that, and then the next question was
That is sad that I actually fucking know that.
the final.
Yeah, you just
Oh my
right out with it. I was like, what the fuck?
I just fucking do it. I don't know how.
It was that question, and then the following question was Northern Man who played Southern Man.
What?
Neil Young. And I knew that one right off the bat. As soon as Northern Man that played Southern Man, I was like, God damn it, I would have had Rush tickets. I would have fucking had Rush tickets, but what are you going to do? But,
Did you
yeah.
find it yet or no?
So are you as good as Neil
No,
Peart?
I'm having a lot of trouble.
Hell no. And then after
that's a
that,
loaded-
I got into Metallica, and the rest. Like I said, the rest is history.
What do you think of Lars?
No, it's a
Okay.
double-edged sword.
That's all I need. I'm
You
fine
can't.
now.
Come on.
I mean, he was a shit. He used to really fucking play his ass off.
Yeah. I think
But then Triggers came out.
Not that he was anything special ever, but like he really played his ass off back in the day.
Yeah,
He's just lazy now.
what was crazy was they were I can't remember what song it was that it was like Creeping Death or something like that. They were tracking for GarageBand, the video game, and they needed to do motion capture for him. So he basically had to play the song. And
he couldn't fucking do it.
He couldn't fucking do
No.
it. It took him a bunch of fucking
Yeah.
tries.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I've been practicing this thing. I just can't get it down. And then at the end of the thing, he was like exhausted. He couldn't even freaking hold up his arms.
Dude, he's like
do
Tommy's
you remember?
age now.
Fuck you. Do you remember the Napster thing?
Oh, yeah, man.
Now I just dated myself. Fucking
I
Napster.
absolutely remember the Napster thing.
Yep.
I watched that whole thing where the fucking kid went on stage at the MTV Music Awards with the Metallica shirt on.
Yep.
And
Boy, he pissed off fucking everybody though with that Napster thing.
he sure did.
They
But-
lost a lot of fans.
Yeah, that's when MTV played music.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember when they played videos?
Exactly.
Yep.
Man, and I remember I remember downloading so much fucking
good.
gold from
Shit
Napster.
that you still
oh
can't
my
fucking
God.
get.
Alternate versions of alternate versions of Night Train to Spokane from Gas Huffer. You ever hear of them?
Soundgarden.
No.
Nope. Soundgarden fucking covering Come Together.
Yeah. Soundgarden, yeah, you can get it now.
Yeah,
but
you
back
can get it
then,
now, but there was a 20-year gap where you couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Because there was, like, some fucking asshole out in Seattle who had some demo because he worked at a
Sound City.
some sort of studio.
Yeah.
And he put it up on Napster, and I have it. I have it on tape somewhere, probably, because we used to download shit on Napster. Didn't have a CD burner, so we dub it to tape.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
out of the fucking speaker thing in the back of the computer. You'd have to pull the computer out. There's wires everywhere. There was no headphone jack in the front.
Damn.
You unplug the speakers, you plug in the tape adapter that's supposed to go in a car, and you jam it in tape 1 of your fucking stereo. You used to have to cut like a little notch so the wire wouldn't get broken.
Is that really how you guys
Yeah.
fucking do
Hell
it?
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
that's how a
guys-
lot of people did that
Holy
shit.
shit.
Well,
Yeah.
because to get a computer with a CD burner at that time was
Yeah.
the CD burner was twice the price of the computer.
Mm-hmm. And when you're downloading shit, you're on dial-up connections.
Yeah,
so it
took-
takes
it
Oh
took
my
6
God.
You needed to wait until everyone went to bed
Yeah.
and start all your downloads.
The 3-minute song was
And
like 28 minutes
you would,
long.
I remember dial-up.
Yeah, you'd be picking.
remember
You'd be
dial-up.
picking. Oh, so you were poor when you were a kid.
I was
Very
so
poor,
poor.
very
so
poor.
Yeah, because 20 years ago I was 15. And that's like I think we got rid of dial-up when I was 18 or 19, so you were like 4.
Yeah. No, I remember dial-up.
Yeah.
Dial-up was
So
fucking
so
bad.
you'd start all your downloads and you'd pick 3 or 4 of the same song, and then you'd see which one was going
Which one was
faster
going the
because that
best,
meant
yeah.
that person's computer that you were getting it from had a faster internet speed. So you'd do 3
He had
or
all the
4 of them.
money.
Yeah, probably. Or
He
they
had all
were
the money.
or they were at a college.
Right.
Colleges had way faster internet back then. So you'd see the one that would start to go faster, and you cancel the other 3, and then you go, okay, I'm going to walk away for 4 hours
Yeah, see,
for an MP3. I download an MP3 now. It's 2 seconds
yeah.
on a on your phone,
and it's
over
like
fucking
and it's like CD quality
Yeah.
too now. Back then it was all watery and
Yeah.
compressed. It was brutal.
See, my generation, we used FrostWire and LimeWire and shit like
I
that.
used
that too.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
remember that.
Kazaa.
But it was the same thing where like you'd find like 3 of them, and then whichever
Yeah.
one's going faster, click out the other ones and shit.
LimeWire. The only real difference is it's just coming from another country,
Yeah.
and somebody actually physically uploaded them to a server, and that's this Napster. You were downloading shit from other people's computers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that happened now? It would be all viruses.
Yeah.
It pretty much was at that
Yeah.
time. That fried my computer.
Yeah, LimeWire was bad for that.
Yeah, I fucked my computer up a couple times with FrostWire.
Gay porn.
Gay
Yeah,
porn.
gay porn.
Gay porn.
Yeah.
So
lots of gay porn.
Connor, bass. We got you into bass.
Gay porn.
Wham, wham.
Yeah.
It's the
No,
bass
so-
line.
Now, chicka, wow, wow.
So
It's mostly funk. Bootsy Collins.
when I was like 6 or 7, my dad
Hit you with a guitar.
hit me with a guitar, and that was it. No, he brought out. He still has it to this day. 1983 Gibson Flying V. It's fucking beautiful. Sounds amazing. And he brought out a storage something. I hadn't played in like 15 years. Or
Flying
some
V
shit.
bass.
No. It's a
I was
guitar.
gonna
It's a
say,
guitar.
What the fuck? That's
Yeah.
weird.
So he's playing that. I was like, holy shit, that's great. And then he got me in the Kiss, and I was like, I want to be Paul Stanley. I want to be him. So I got a guitar. I started playing guitar. Everything's going right. Guitar player. Then he shows me Iron Maiden, and I was just like, oh fuck, that's even cooler. What Steve Harris is doing. So I mean, I still play guitar, but like that was really the inception of playing bass. I was like, we gotta go get me a bass. Like I want a bass right now.
Yeah, I originally started out like wanting to play bass, and then I, switched the guitar, and I just kind of stuck.
It
to
never.
it.
What's so funny?
I gotta tell you how I started playing guitar. I wanted to be Gene Simmons growing up. I swear to God, my mother bought me the wrong guitar. I swear to God, I was supposed to be a bass player. I swear to God.
Ah, and your mother just was like, yeah, give me the blue one.
She fucked up. She bought me like a copy SG from Sears. That's how long ago I've been sort of fucking playing. It's a Sears guitar. But when you said it, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, man. I wanted to be. I mean, Paul Stanley's still the shit. I wanted to be Paul
Yeah.
Stanley, but then Steve Harris, man, just something about his playing because he's so
Well, you know
not-
he's banging a lot of broads. Steve Harris.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you wanted to be him.
All right.
I would. Fuck.
That's not what we're getting at.
I did it for the pussy. What did you do it for?
The gay porn.
The gay porn.
This ain't going like out live, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's going right out. You signed the
Yeah.
paper. We told
Unedited.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah. There's nothing we could do about it. now.
Trigger.
I did not tell my wife where I was going exactly. though.
Live
Okay.
where?
She'll never find this.
It's on YouTube right now.
On YouTube, yeah.
If you guys want to share it over the break, we can give you the link.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Speaking of break,
Yeah.
we've been going for an hour.
That's why I said that. It was
yeah.
a good segue.
Wonderful.
All
I
right,
got your,
wait, real quick.
I got your sound. What?
No, do your thing, and then I'll do this one.
I got you guys SoundCloud up right now. And
I
was
didn't even know
just-
we had a SoundCloud.
I was just
Yes,
going.
we do.
Sure do.
Really? You fucking ass.
Before you play that, I just want to do this. Oh, what happened?
You didn't
You
find my
suck.
gay porn account,
Every
did you?
time. Every fucking time.
Oh, again?
Yeah, that's all I'm playing.
What are you drinking?
So I got a few to get through, so I'm just going to interject when I need to. So this is Berkshire Mountain Brewers.
Oh.
Yeah, these guys
Okay.
are in Massachusetts. This is like on the way home
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Laconia. And it's their Black Bear Stout. It's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Super, super hoppy. I would call this a borderline black IPA.
Okay.
Fucking great.
That's it? Just fucking
And
great?
it's- Yeah, and it's solar powered.
Does it have notes of
It's
chocolate?
solar
and-
powered.
Yeah, their whole brewery is solar powered.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we always we stop there on the way back. Usually, if the timing's right, we eat and the food is really good there. But we just rolled through and grabbed.
You guys
grabbed
have
the mix
fucking
back.
Wi-Fi? I'm trying to like find
We
this
do.
shit.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get
we
you
do.
the- I'll
Well,
get you the password
over
and
the
everything
break,
on the
we'll
break.
give you that. Just make sure you cut the mics.
Yeah. You guys have I mean, on your SoundCloud, it's I'm assuming it's like the older stuff. I don't know for sure, but
Yeah. What song?
any particular song that you have
Alive
that you're
Inside.
fond of?
Alive
That's
Inside.
that was my favorite of the bunch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna.
That's the song that actually got me into the band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that song and I wanted to join them. I don't know why. I just fucking heard the song. I thought they were like way bigger than they were. And then when I met them all, I'm like, God, these guys are a bunch of fucking dicks.
I joined because I could be the best looking bald guy out of the bunch.
Yeah, imagine that.
All right, so
You don't have war paint.
I joined so I could fuck all the moms.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna take a quick break. Come back, talk some more, play some more music, this and that, blah blah blah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
It's not even us.
So This is Magus Peter H. Gilmore, High Priest of the Church of Satan. Listen to Dead Radio Podcast, or you won't make it into hell. Hail, Satan!
Okay. pretty proud of that one.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
Did you do that yourself?
No, that's actually Magus Peter H. Gilmore, of the High Priest of the Church of Satan. He lives in Poughkeepsie, and they call it home.
Nice.
Oh.
He's been on the
And
show
he's been on the show
twice.
twice. He's a good friend of ours.
His great eyebrows.
Does he?
Yeah. They're very
Does he like do them, or are they just like?
He's just been growing them for like 83 years.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Wait, his eyebrows?
His
So-
eyebrow hairs are like they're this long. And they
Oh,
stick up.
I thought man, he just had nice shaped eyebrows.
Yeah.
I got nice shaped eyebrows.
No, his are like he looks like a wizard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of sounds like a wizard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
fuck it.
That's one of the big ones. We also have Sponge, Vinny from Sponge. I don't know
Oh.
if you remember that band.
I remember that band. I played with that band once.
Did you?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Blackthorn 51, like 3 years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How were they?
Good.
Did you pay attention to him?
Sounded very enthused.
Good.
Very good.
I was trashed.
That was a big day for us. That was like,
Yeah, we got to interview them
yeah,
at the
we felt
Chance.
fairly legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. We're with Hinged.
Hello.
HYNGD.
I don't know how to spell it.
I was really hoping to, nail down who the fuck came up with the name and why that, and
The old drummer did.
the old drummer.
Greg.
And Shane just refuses to
Change
let it go.
Yeah, no,
You can't. You can't once you
change
got a
it. We had it
website.
so long. We had it so long.
You're established.
You could change it.
Nah, fuck
You could
that.
do small things, but we couldn't.
Jefferson Airplane did it a bunch of times, and they were
Yeah.
fine.
What would
I
they
mean,
change it from?
It was
Starship.
Starship, or it was Jefferson Starship, and then just Starship.
No, it's Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, then Starship.
Yeah, that's what I said.
See, that you can do.
But when they went
it's
to
a
Starship,
progression.
nobody knew who the fuck
like
they
if,
were
if
anymore.
you guys changed the name to Hinged and it was spelled correctly,
yeah,
and then it was like Hinged Door and then just Door. I mean, then maybe that would work, but
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
but you can't just change your name to something completely
Door hinge.
Yeah, you can't just change your name to something completely different.
Oh fuck. So you guys said you had some new music in the works, yeah?
Well, we're trying to.
Trying.
Trying?
Trying to.
Trying. Really trying.
We're trying.
Why? Why do you say it that way?
I don't know. Just I feel like we just get kind of caught up in making everything we have now in our live show as tight as possible, and then we just go like, oh, forgot about new music.
Yeah.
So do you have it written? I'm not talking about like recorded. Do you have it written? Have you practiced it or?
No, we haven't. No, we all have like bits and ideas, but we still just haven't. Like we'll jam on something,
right?
But we just haven't put it together yet.
I think the other problem is now, like I said, I've only been here 6 months, so it goes
Yeah,
back
you
to
gotta-
getting.
Who
the
are
whole-
you?
It getting. It, yeah,
What was your name?
Mike, right?
yeah, just a
okay.
better looking mirror.
Yeah.
You write that one down too.
Yeah.
I guess. You go 6 months now, getting the band tight, the core
Sure.
tight.
Right.
So everything else has to go on the back burner until I'm up to speed, and then we get the show tight. I mean, I've only played one show with these guys.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
And
we're coming up on our
there's still a
second
whole
show.
list of songs that Mike hasn't even seen yet.
Right. So now once I get into that, then we have even more to choose from, and then we start writing stuff for ourselves. But like I said, we're still in the practice/rehearsal stage.
Right. Yeah, because I've seen some. I watched some YouTube videos, and like you guys, the past band and everything like that was. You guys are solid as a rock. So
Thank
it's
you.
like, I was like, oh shit, wow, they're really tight, and that's tough to do, and in your
Yeah, and
spot too,
Right,
especially because
you're trying to do that in 6 months.
the backbone. Yeah. So.
He's
Well-
doing good though. He is.
He's all right.
He's all right.
I mean, I could probably
All
do
right.
better, but I don't have enough hands to play bass and drums. But he's all right.
Well, like, I mean, is there anything inspiring you now? Music, music. What? Oh, I forgot to do the NPR thing. The music now inspiring you guys to like write, or is it just dipping back, going back into the well of Kiss and Iron Maiden and so on? and
no,
so
there's
forth?
a lot.
Not
And
dipping
Huey
that
Lewis
far
in
back.
the news.
No,
There's a lot of new shit out now that's got me going. Like,
Can you guys just do a Huey Lewis in the News cover?
Oh my God!
I got you.
If you did Hip to Be Square, fuck yeah!
Oh my God.
Smash that shit.
Don't make it your thing. Just do one. Just do one. Just be like, are they really? Is that what they're doing?
Just in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Maybe like
we're gonna play a favorite of ours and then take a break, and then give everybody 5 minutes. Just sit on that,
and the Zimas are on ice.
Yeah, yeah. Zimas are on me, guys, and just fucking walk off stage.
Yeah. Any new music? What's catching you? New stuff. I know it's tough
New
nowadays.
Trivium.
Trivium.
New Trivium for sure.
That's good.
New
That's
Machine
definitely
Head. Do with Mice and Men.
Machine Head is a new.
Put out
is
an
it-
album called Catharsis in January, I think.
Get the fuck out of here! They've been around. They've been around forever.
It's a banger. I really liked it.
Holy
I don't think.
shit.
I don't think it.
Catharsis is a good name for a band, especially your band.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was great. I think it was great, but I don't think it was the best. I think like The Blackening and Burning Red and shit like that.
Yeah.
Take it, but it was still a pretty solid album. Bullet for My Valentine's coming out with a new album. I'm really into those guys.
My brother fucking loves them.
I love them. I really do. I know a lot of people don't, and like I get why, but
He tried so hard.
I don't know.
And I was just like,
New Ghosts, Behemoth is putting out a new album, so it's all bands I love, and they get my writing boner going.
What about you guys? Nothing new.
I think everybody else sucks personally, so I don't know.
I think we're gonna try to heavy it up when we start adding new material.
Heavy it up.
Definitely
get a little bit
thicken
heavier.
it up and heavy it up a little bit.
Going a little more toward the like metalcore or something
Well,
to that effect, or
The hard thing really is turning it loose. You know what I mean? Where we really get friggin' wild with this shit. A lot of the music was already written even when I joined the band, so we're still blowing a lot of that. Like there are some new stuff that I wrote, like Cold, I wrote that. But like Last Breath, that was there before I got there.
That was a good
American
song, I
Killing
like that.
Machine, you ever looked that up? We got to play it at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, Push, Saved, all those songs. They were all around before I got into the band, so we definitely want to thicken it up a little bit and modernize it a little bit more.
right? Yeah, because I'm not trying to talk shit. It just is,
Talk shit.
it felt a little dated.
Right.
Just the sound, and yeah, if I think I pick up where you're, where you feel like you want to head with it, I
Right.
think that's
No,
that's the
definitely
right
want to modernize
that's the right
a
way
little
to
bit
go.
and thicken it up a little bit more.
Yeah, because like even Seven Dust is not playing the same shit anymore.
No.
Godsmack is though.
Yeah.
And they.
But they still pull it off.
I don't know.
They
Did you
still
see them
pull
at
it
the
off.
Civic Center last time
No,
they came around?
They still pull it off.
That was fucking bad. I left.
I'm not a huge fan.
We left after the first set.
No
My wife
shit.
and I. Yeah.
No
we went
shit.
there because we were like, Seven Dust opened, and they crushed because that's just what they do.
Thanks.
And they
Thanks.
Look it off your hand.
You just shot that shit all over. That's good.
They. Well,
Yeah, Dad.
He has so it's Woodstock Inn Brewery, Live Free or Die Black IPA all over his leg.
Well, let me taste that. Hold on. That's pretty good shit.
Salty though. I don't know.
Salty, slightly salty.
Actually, it's the intriguing Black IPA.
But I've told the story before on the show, but might as well tell it again. They opened, Seven Dust Place. It was great. Crowd was kind of like whatever about them. They brought them into the fold by the end of it, but it was just too late. Godsmack. So you could tell the people were kind of like anxious to get going. Godsmack starts the show with like this video, this like weird kind of like comedy sketch video on the big screen. And it's Sully and the guitar player, can't remember his name, like dressed up as like groupies, and they're running around the halls and everything, and they're dodging the stage managers and all this stuff. And then it cuts to the green room where the band is, and like they literally like the first thing is they open a can. They got the can label facing out, Monster Energy, and they open the can, and then it comes out of frame, and then the drummer's drinking it. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Oh, my God.
And it was like...
That was really bad.
It was like a sketch bit, and it just went on and on and on. And my wife, who's, 5 feet tall, 100 pounds, starts screaming, what the fuck is this shit? This is bullshit. And then some drunk guy like just joins in, and then we had like a whole row of people like fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. And then they came out, they started playing, and it was fine. And then it just didn't, I don't know, it was just weird, man. It felt like they just didn't care Like they were just up there going through the rounds and everything like that. He was just like, man, Poughkeepsie, man, this place is beautiful. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You're in the Civic Center.
This is a shithole. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm like,
showed
this
you the
venue,
brochure.
I'm like, this venue sucks. The outside of the venue sucks. There's nothing around. Like it just.
You got to live in Poughkeepsie for 6 years before you can start to see the cool parts of it.
Yeah.
And
that motherfucker had been there for 5 hours.
They played Voodoo, and I was waiting for Voodoo because I really wanted to see the ambiance and everything. But the lights were on the whole time. They had the house lights on because they were filming the set.
Oh my god!
Like professional cameras and everything like that. And I get it, but it's like, you guys, man, you've already done all this shit already. You don't need another fucking live video or all that crap. Just play hard, play heavy. You know, all I've ever heard growing up was how great Godsmack was in concert.
How was the sound?
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean that's
sounded
actually,
all right.
That's actually a tough venue. We actually have played in there.
Yeah.
With the November Rain tour with Seven Dust, Asking Alexandra, a whole bunch of bands. It was so fucking loud though. It was too loud.
Yeah, it was.
I like hearing that from a person in a hard rock
when
band.
you stand on a stage and it's that loud, you're like, holy shit. I mean, it was fucking loud.
But there's
Wear some
loud
fucking earplugs, you pussy.
Nah, you
Well, that's the thing. He can't hear for shit. Like, if we put on a video right now, everyone could take off their headphones, and he would take off his, and we'd be able to hear everything fine because he's deaf.
Yeah,
right.
Because been to too many loud shows.
Right.
And, like
Always
people,
wear earplugs.
Yeah,
and that
yeah, you
fucking
should.
thing.
You're, especially you're young.
Standing
Save
2-3
your fucking
feet
hearing.
from that.
I can still hear everything.
But there's,
my ears are great because I've worn headphones this whole time
Right.
because bands play too fucking loud.
But that's the thing. There's loud, and then there's
too loud,
way too far, where you're just like, God damn it, it's like hurts, you know. I was at we were at the Chance. What was that? Element 80 was the band that played. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. There was a bunch of cool bands up ahead of them, and then they came on, and it was just like they just doubled the volume of it. I was like, holy shit, we had to leave.
Right.
Everybody I was with was like, it's hurting my head. I'm like, I feel fine.
I think it was the guys from Dark Side were talking about I don't know if it was on their podcast or in here. I have no fucking idea. But the battle of like the volume on records.
The volume wars.
Yeah.
When everybody, when digital happened and it was easy to, you can compress a little heavier because you can
just boost everything. And then when it would play on the radio, it would be louder than the song before it. So it would stand out. And I think that was the same thing happening at concerts where it was just like, people are going to pay attention to this shit.
Yeah.
Right. But then there's also the technology has changed and you can have speakers that aren't all on the stage. I remember you go to a concert, you didn't get too close because it got really loud down there. But if you were all the way at the back, you can hear everything perfectly fine.
Right.
So you find a middle ground. Now, you go to a modern venue, there's fucking speakers everywhere.
Right.
Like, you don't need this giant wall of speakers to throw sound 200 yards in some venues.
You do need it, but you just don't need it like deafening loud.
Yeah,
but you do.
You don't
need
need to
it.
hurt people.
Right.
Or you're getting digital.
It's got some weird ass.
Yeah, it's from your phones.
Yeah, the phones on the table feed into the
What about you, Mac?
radio frequency.
What do you listen to new? Anything new? Man, you gotta dip your toe in the water. Gotta find some stuff.
I'm that way too, man.
Huey Lewis? Do you know Huey Lewis?
Yeah, I know Huey Lewis. I'm really into Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're fucking great.
I've seen them like 3 or 4 times, and I can't wait to see him again.
With the Rev and without, or
no, I haven't.
You haven't seen him with the Rev?
No.
Oh boy, yeah, he died.
Yeah,
saw that coming a mile away though.
Yeah.
I read an article with them, and he was pretty much doing. The journalist was just talking about how much cocaine he was doing.
Yeah.
Like the first half of the thing was how he just was like spelling words out, and cocaine just blasting him down. Wrote "I have the clap" backwards on his forehead, and then went out and played the show. Yeah, I was like, oh boy, this guy's not long for the world. But he was an animal.
Yeah,
he was an absolute fucking animal. I don't know who they have now, but he's got to have the chops to keep up with those fucking guys.
Yeah, his first name is Brooks.
Brooks Wackerman. I think he played in a.
What's his last name?
Wackerman. I think he played.
That's
in
kind
Bad
of funny.
Religion.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude can fucking shred.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny. His name is Wackerman. He's a drummer. Just works out like that sometimes. It's weird.
He sounds like a Mormon or something.
He looks like a fucking Mormon.
Yeah, he
too.
does. He does not fit the crew.
But he can play.
He
can
plays.
fucking play.
I saw them when I saw Metallica.
Yep, me too.
And
I was
it
probably
was
at that show.
amazing.
Yeah, probably at the same show.
Where'd you
giving
see
it up.
him?
What year was it?
MetLife.
Yeah, I was there.
I was right.
I didn't even
right
fucking
in
know
front
you.
of the stage. Right. I was right dead center of the stage.
I had seats, but
Fuck
it was
that.
all right. Nah, I'm too old for that. Too old for that general admission bullshit.
Yeah, all right.
Give me a chair.
I was right up front.
What do you think of the state of like metal and hard? I should say hard rock. Metal's in a good place right now. There's plenty of like good metal bands out there, but I think of hard rock and I'm like it's a
Hard rock's
it's
coming
a shallow
back.
pool.
It's
I
coming
know
back,
it's coming
though.
back.
It's definitely
but,
coming back.
You know, you got bands out there like considered hard rock, like the Pretty Reckless,
Right.
which I just is the most annoying shit I've ever heard in my life. It's like, I'm like, this is shit. This is fucking cookie cutter bullshit, and you know, just pandering nonsense to me.
But you know what? You hear a lot of bands now where you can hear all the old influences coming back.
Yeah.
You know, like the Iron Maiden influences,
Mhm.
the Kiss. Well, not so much Kiss. Nobody listens to fucking them anymore, but except Connor. But but like the Metallica influences,
Mhm.
and you can hear the Megadeth influence. You can hear it all coming back. You
Mhm.
know, that's one thing I do notice in the new modern music that's coming out.
What worries me is bands like Greta Van Fleet.
Who the hell is that?
Never even fucking heard of him.
Who the hell is
Have
that?
you heard of Led Zeppelin?
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, knockoff.
Let's
Really
go with
old
Jimmy
fucking
Page,
band
right?
that robbed shit from people.
The Led Zeppelin knockoff.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
are like, dude, have you heard them before? I'm like, yeah. If I want to listen to Led Zeppelin, I'll listen to fucking Led
My
Zeppelin.
dad showed me that.
If I want to listen to Led Zeppelin, I'll listen to all the bands they stole their music from. I have not listened. When I heard all that shit, I was like, that's definitive. There is no, like, they got sued. They lost in a court of law. I've heard the audio and I agree with it, and I threw out all my Led Zeppelin albums.
Wow.
All of them. I'm like, I'm not fucking supporting this horse shit. Obviously, they don't care. They already made their fucking $2 off the CD that I bought in 1994. Still threw it out.
But yeah,
Fuck
I
that
mean,
shit. Fuck those assholes.
Nah,
Also,
Wow.
fuck
He's
the band
very-
that sounds just like them. I haven't heard it. This is the first I'm hearing of them.
So your father brought them to?
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, listen to these guys. They sound like Led Zeppelin." I was like, "Holy shit, they do sound like Led Zeppelin." Assholes. I mean, no, they sound good, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, they sound great.
Do your own thing.
Yeah, it's just
Do your own thing.
It's boring.
It is cookie cutter, like you said.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. Music's weird right now, and I think it's because of technology. It's easier to record for most bands. It's easier to just get music out there. Everything's very saturated, so there's a lot of just I don't know. It's kind of like scattered. It's everywhere. There's subgenres are just there's too many to even count anymore. I was talking about hardcore the other day with somebody. With actually Adam, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And when hardcore first started in like the late 80s, early 90s and everything like that, it was bands like, Helmet, Quicksand, Prong, that was hardcore. And then it became like something completely different where it was, the Red Chord and Hatebreed and stuff that was just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
These guys.
I really don't like Hatebreed. That is just.
no,
Oh
yeah,
my
like,
god.
It's just that is just not my genre of music.
But that's
Yeah.
he's how he feels about them now. I'm like, oh fucking A, Hatebreed, because I don't know what it is about music now is like changed the way I listen. It's just changed my taste in music. So now I listen to Womb of Nations. I keep going back to them because it's perfect. They came in, I listened to their music, I'm like, wow, I like this, but I wouldn't have normally liked this kind of shit. It's just like loud as shit, screaming, yelling.
I think
now
if
I actually
I think
enjoy
if I
it,
didn't,
'cause
I
you
think
don't
if I
hear it
didn't
anymore.
know them personally before I saw them live, I would have never given it a chance. And I do listen to their stuff once in a while. About half of it, I'm like, I feel old, but no.
Well, I'm going back now.
Yeah.
I'm going back and listening. I'm going back and listening to all these, like, just checking out these hardcore bands. Madball, you remember Madball?
No.
Jesus.
I have mad balls.
You're a fucking you're a music nerd.
Oh my God.
I just these shows I have a tough time because it's like sometimes I'm just Googling things for 20 minutes and don't talk because he's the music guy.
Right.
So normally I'm messing around with a bunch of camera gear and shit, but you guys couldn't play live in the studio. That wouldn't really work.
Why the fuck not?
Do you guys play acoustic?
Could.
That'd be fun. Do Hinged unplugged.
Hinge
If
on
you guys would
Hinged.
do it,
Could you like imagine him playing like a cajon, that fucking
you go.
thing that you sit on?
if you guys would do it, we'll lay it down. We'll put it in our comp.
Dude, it'd be great.
Yeah.
We could make it happen.
It might sound pretty fucking cool.
We could do it. We could do it.
Yeah.
We just gotta bring Shane back. We gotta go find our fucking singer.
Yeah, we got to get him to cross the bridge.
Come out of the closet.
Come out of the-
That too. I'll give him the $1.50 to cross the bridge if you guys get him out of the closet.
Holy shit. Anybody else?
So
go ahead.
let's real quick. Why were you late? And that will segue into what
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck
well,
happened.
Because
in
there's a
Poughkeepsie.
fucking accident on the road.
Yeah.
That's why I was late.
There was it like a tree or did the bridge collapse?
No
or,
idea. No, the,
Yeah.
bridge, the bridge I think is still standing,
Yeah.
but something went down, either a car or a fucking train. I didn't see
Yeah.
it. But the fireman like sent me down to this development, and I was down by the fucking water, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? And I had to come all the way back and go over the bridge to the other bridge.
Yeah, so he was already at the Mid Hudson Bridge,
Just
which
about.
is
Just about.
5 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And then you had to go down to Newburgh,
Right.
cross the bridge, and then go all the way the fuck up Route 9. So that was like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did it for you. I just want you
I
guys to know
appreciate
I did it
that.
for you guys.
Yeah, I would have went home.
I would have.
I would have fucking went home.
Fuck this shit.
I was saying before, it would almost would have been faster to go all the way up to Rhinebeck, cross the Kingston Rhinecliffe Bridge.
No, you should have
and come
fucking
down
swam
90.
across the
I was
river.
just going to say that. You should have just parked the car and swam across the Hudson.
Fuck this.
I'm coming.
Just jog across the walkway. No big deal.
I couldn't get to the fucking walkway. They shut me
So,
down.
He's old. He would have been out of breath.
No.
So
I'll run
apparently,
you, you
because of
fuck.
the weather that happened today, I was taking a nap at the time, and then everything sounded like it was falling down around me. So I woke up and I looked outside, and there were just branches everywhere. There was a tree on my neighbor's house, so we got hit with some pretty good weather today. And apparently, a building fell down on Academy Street.
Academy in near Cannon.
I don't think it fell down. I think
A 7-story building
it
collapsed
imploded.
that fell onto a 3-story building.
Yeah.
4
So it was
PM
like the
today.
back couple floors
Yeah.
of the bigger building fell onto the smaller building.
That's
So
what
it was
I
probably
saw.
built like shit.
Oh fuck! I didn't think
It
about
was built
this.
in 1911.
It's probably built
Holy
like shit.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's an old-ass building
Reports
now.
are that one woman is trapped but conscious, and several firefighters were treated for heat exhaustion. I didn't even think about
It's
that.
hot as fuck out today.
It's 100 degrees, and those guys are in full
Yeah,
gear.
they pulled up a City of Poughkeepsie like bus, like one of their regular buses with air conditioning as like a cooling off space.
It was really hot out
so,
today.
but I think is she still trapped?
I don't know. This was just
Christ,
from,
I'd hate to
One
be
man was
trapped.
initially trapped and it was extracted. He was removed on a stretcher and appeared to be conscious. Rollison, who's our mayor, said firefighters are dealing with extreme heat inside the building and have set up a bus to act as a cooling station. Bricks and debris littered Academy Street in the area of the buildings. The area is roped off by police tape, a perimeter which has been blah, 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 blah.
The woman has been rescued.
3rd or 4th Street.
The woman has been rescued.
Yes, according
I was
to
gonna send Connor to go save her.
It's not far from
I'm
the
coming,
Chance
honey.
where this is.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah. Few blocks.
You pass it as soon as you get off the Mid-Hudson Bridge.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
went over
Well,
that
but
bridge,
I
you would have
didn't go
passed
up-
it.
but I didn't
Yeah,
go
well,
up-
Yeah, don't you make if you go across the bridge? Don't you make a left onto Academy
Yeah.
to go to the Chance?
Yeah, you
no,
could do
No, you
that.
go
Yeah.
straight.
You not a cat. Well,
I mean, you
can.
could. You could.
Academy is by.
Go straight all the way up the church.
You
Yeah, I do the left at the church.
so
what I
it's
Yeah.
Academy is oh Christ now I'm gonna be fucking.
It's only a few blocks away from the Chance.
Yeah,
right?
it's not far.
in that area.
It's not far at all.
It's right across the bridge.
yeah. I think if it's Academy and Cannon. I'm trying to get my
Cannon is by.
doesn't
Cannon,
matter.
Cannon empties out onto whatever road the Bardavon's on.
Yeah,
Academy
Market.
Yeah, so Cannon runs a block over from Main Street all the way from South Cherry to Market Street.
That's geography with the Dead Radio podcast.
Yeah. It's not
I love learning.
It's
I love learning.
not either of those things. Geography is like states and countries and stuff.
Hey,
This
what
is
about that
like-
rapper getting shot today?
Who's that?
What rapper?
XXX, some really shitty mumble rapper got shot and killed today.
You have to be more specific.
We don't talk about national news, especially stuff we don't.
It was
really
just
care
a shitty mumble rapper that got shot and
Yeah.
killed today. Fun fact.
And that was a shock. Why?
It's not really a shock. I don't know.
He's just trying to bring content.
I'm bringing content. Something you can't do.
Thank you, Connor. We appreciate that.
I'm just looking at this.
Here, right
I'm
over
just
there.
watching you guys.
I was gonna keep going on the age thing, but I'm gonna stop.
Want to see? That's
Yeah. See
look how
what
tough
I
you guys look.
No, what I want to know is why they took that picture. Because you zoom in on my face, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking.
It's candid.
It's a shitty candid. I don't know why we took that.
Where's your
And I was cold.
Mike,
I don't even like that picture.
Mike's fucking standing like this. He's like, you could be a fucking tough guy.
Yeah.
Who's your photographer?
Some schmuck. Tommy's still wearing a jacket. Shane's in a fucking hoodie. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man. Well,
Well, if
What do you
guys-
think?
If you guys need a photographer for the next one, I can do it for you.
All right.
Yeah.
all right. So, what do you think?
We will be there June 30th, right?
Yeah,
June
yeah,
30th.
yeah. Let's get a proper
And
plug
Poughkeepsie
in.
at the chance.
It's I think we're about at the end here, so we'll do this.
Yeah.
Good. I got some gay porn to watch.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate
No problem.
it.
Thanks, Kate.
It
Thank
was
you.
fun. Everybody, check out Hinged, HYNGD.com, Facebook.com/Hinged, also SoundCloud.com/Hinged for their old stuff
Yep.
and
Twitter.
some kind of new stuff.
I have warts on my
Twitter.
balls.
Instagram.
Also,
Twitter.
check them out at the Chance on June 30th, 7. That's in Poughkeepsie. If you're able to get over there.
If the place doesn't
They
collapse.
better fall
If the
down.
place doesn't collapse.
Yeah.
Might be doing all of us a
Here's
favor.
a
if we did.
partial collapse would be the best thing to ever happen to the Chance.
Yeah, yeah. So
Just
they
not
have to
the whole thing falling down, but just part of it, so they get a ton of insurance money and can renovate everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and put fucking
Frank would
stall
keep the
doors
money.
on the bathrooms.
He keep the money.
Ju-
Actually, he just redid the bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, there's new tile.
Yep.
There's
There's
Still no
great.
stall doors though, right?
There's a new tile.
I think there's
peon.
a door in the stall. On the
A
stall.
door.
Yeah, all right.
A door.
That's good.
I've seen drunk ass motherfuckers taking shits in there with no doors.
I could never be that. I could never be that drunk.
Honestly, I could be that drunk.
I would take an
could do that.
Uber to a restaurant, buy something, take a shit there, and then come back.
When we used to play there, the loft had doors. So if whenever I had to take a shit if I was seeing a show, I knew I could get up to if I was
That's
able
where
to
you
get
take
up
a
to the
shit at the
loft, I could
loft.
take a shift.
Right.
Just take a shit and then come back down. So
First time I took a shit in the Chance building was at the loft. It was in the woman's restroom because there's no sign. So I go in there, I'm taking a shit, then I come out and there's females in the mirror. I'm like,
But he was wearing a dress, so
And
it was
you're like,
okay.
you're like, what are you doing here, you young little kid? Did you lose your father? Where's your parents?
I was like 15.
sorry, ladies, but I feel 5 pounds lighter.
I feel like a new woman.
It's June 30th at the Chance, Poughkeepsie at 7 p.m. with Bedrock, Downfire, Albatross, Big Guns, Nothing Remains, Sick Bay, and of course Hinge.
Right. Is that many bands playing, really?
Yeah.
Fuck,
We were just
you have to
saying it's
show
like
up?
it's
I
a
don't think
festival.
so. I don't know.
What the fuck?
You guys are playing at 2:45.
Holy shit. Oh, my God.
So yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, we'll be there as long as you're one of the first 3 acts. After that, I'm fucking leaving.
Bedtime.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's past my bedtime now.
You know how many of his shows I had to leave? I
Oh,
work
God.
nights.
Do they still do
Yeah.
the thing where they don't tell you when you're going on?
Until you get there?
Yeah.
Now, they used to even be like, we're still trying to figure out the set
Yeah,
list.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't tell us until 30 minutes before everybody
Yeah.
was gonna go on.
You just got to be ready for that
Yeah,
place.
they fucking do that so that your mom and your aunt fucking what's her face and your cousin Bob and all the people that came out to see you do your show
Yeah.
have to fucking sit there for 6 hours and have 5 Coronas. That's the point of it.
All right. I hope you guys don't get kicked off your show.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope no one from the chance.
Kicked off the bill.
No one from the chance is listening to this.
No.
It's fine.
So, yeah, Adam's been compiling a list of titles.
I've been
it's
slacking
not a
the
very
last- I've been
long list.
slacking the last couple of weeks.
It's been good conversation.
Just not paying
It's fine.
attention.
Not a lot of one-liners.
Can you read them off to me?
Yeah, he's gonna.
3 clicks away. What's that say?
That was before you got here. So the first.
I'm not going to read that.
The
Fuck
first
no.
title is 3 clicks away from Big Black Cocks.
That's Connor. Okay.
That's probably what I'm going to do when I get home.
And then we've got It's Actually Wrinkle Cream.
For your face.
That's your war paint.
That's
fucker.
for.
And
They're
then,
all mine.
What's your name, Mike?
They're all
Yeah,
mine.
Mike.
I'm the funny
Yep.
motherfucker.
Yep.
A Better Looking Mirror.
Yeah.
I think that one's going to be the winner. But I think it was actually So we're going to go with.
I just like a better looking mirror.
You just want to leave it like
Mhm.
that? Yeah.
Better looking mirror.
We'll do that. How about hashtag Big Black Cocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's what I like to hear.
That's how you guys are going to be associated
Remember.
with this show.
Hung. The band Hung.
You got to spell it wrong.
Hanged.
They actually did that on fucking WRV.
No, it was hanged.
That was
WRV
hanged.
did
That was PDH.
Was it PDH?
Yeah,
Hung.
they-
Hung.
No, it was hanged.
They call us hanged.
No, they called us Hung before
Oh,
too.
they did too?
They called us
yeah,
hanged
before.
as well. I'll give
They
a
never
fuck.
get it fucking right.
Hanged.
We've been playing here like 20 fucking years. They
The
never
home
get it
of
right.
classic rock and roll.
What's this one? NPR bumper? What's that?
Just got to play that before we leave.
Oh, yeah. I guess I can do that. I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
So,
Well, play it for them so they know what you're talking about. But you don't have to put it on the YouTube.
Yeah, play it. Cross those
Or
arms
just
and
play it now.
Wow.
Sounds like something Mike will
Dead
listen
Radio
to.
podcast comes from The Crafted Cup, Poughkeepsie's premier coffee
Crafted
house
Cuck.
at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie.
Cock.
Prime Print Shop at 747 Main Street in Poughkeepsie.
Who is this Melvin
Serving
talking?
the Hudson Valley's professional, municipal, and educational communities with full-service copies, plotting, scanning, and custom printing.
Could you sound a little
And
more
also,
enthused?
viewers like you.
You guys don't listen to NPR?
Underwriting support
They don't look
provided
like they
by
listen to
This is
NPR.
actually
Matt
you.
Kovich,
You
Adam
sound so
Merritt,
depressed. What's
Julia
wrong?
Farisi, Anthony Lavelle, and Track 7 Studios.
See, if you listen to NPR,
Everyone
you'd be
on
like,
NPR
that is a
sounds like that.
perfect
Yeah, that's-
impression of how they
That's
do
what it
their
always
things.
said.
Everyone-
They do their. It's public radio, so they have their
Monotone
sponsors and
bullshit.
stuff. So they do that.
And they
on
just sound like
breaks.
they want to die.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be
Shit.
very, very gray.
Yeah,
Everything
very-
has to be beige, more beige.
That's
Yeah.
even worse than gray.
Yeah,
Fuck.
All right.
they just
well,
talk very slowly, concisely. You can hear every.
You sound like
syllable.
you can narrate porn.
that was
yeah.
the thing. Like I was just like this. I was trying to be like
Yeah.
I closed my eyes. I got right up against the mic, and I tried to deepen my voice a little bit. And the whole time, I kept trying to do it and kept fucking up. Prime Print Shop for some reason. I couldn't do it, and then she's over there doing laundry, laughing at me the whole time. I'm like, Prime Print Shop at 3. Fuck. Shut up. And then go back in Prime Print Shop, and
You
just-
have to do
was
it in that cadence, or you're gonna pop your peas.
Yeah, I know.
Prime
Print Shop. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you
I
for
need
coming
WD
on. I hope we were
for
at
my
least
thingy is
mildly
getting
entertaining for
Thank
you. And
Thrill ride.
it was a thrill
It's a
ride.
fucking thrill ride. Most exciting shit. I'm fucking amped up.
So yeah. Next week.
Next week is Julia.
Oh God, are we doing
Yeah,
that?
we're gonna talk about men on dating apps and how they are terrible at it. So we're gonna make a Tinder profile for Ryan, even though he's married. But I think I get to pick a picture, Julia gets to pick a picture, and you get to pick the other 3.
And she might.
And then we're gonna see what happens.
And she might put me in drag makeup too. There's
Yeah.
that also.
You'll
Yeah.
see Connor on it.
Yeah, you will.
So I'm also
Almost
thinking,
look super like you.
maybe having Adam come in and just drink beer with me while you guys are doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you need
So-
a drinking buddy, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm there.
So
You'll
we have
pass out after
Julia
2
next
beers.
week, and then we're kind of open after that. But the Hudson Valley Horrors are interested. So I think they're going to come in soon. And I booked, what is her name? The girl who performed solo, who had all the looping shit.
Yeah.
At Dark Side Records.
Kara something or other. But
Kara, not going to work here anymore.
Yep.
Is going to be here in August because she's touring.
Oh, wonderful.
So, so we don't have much for July. So if you know anybody,
you guys know any
give us
bands?
a call.
I'll get my other band.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
That's fine.
Got you.
Yeah. Shoot me an email. adamdeadradio@gmail.com.
I'm not going to remember that.
It's just Adam.
I'll hit you up on Pornhub.
It's just Adam. I don't have a profile. I mean, my profile on Pornhub doesn't use that email address. So you're not going to find me.
It's Hotmail, M-A-L-E.
Hotmail.
So it's just Adam, which is my name, and then Dead Radio, which is the show, and then Gmail, which is the email that everyone should use.
What's your name again?
All right. All right. Next time, kids. Next week.
Yeah.
Bye,
with
everyone.
Julia Gulia.
Thank you to Hinged.
Black Dick.
Hunged.
Hunged.